Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to start a new show on the channel, and that is Daredevil Born Again. I am so flipping excited for this. Daredevil, if you didn't know, the first 3 seasons of Daredevil aired on Netflix like 8 to 10 years ago. Like it's been a minute since it aired. I think they canceled Daredevil 7 years ago. Since then, he's had a cameo appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home, in Echo. I believe he appeared in the Spider-Man animated show. Kingpin has had various cameos in Hawkeye and in Echo as well. So the characters themselves have continued, but the show for a long time was considered like not canon. But then with like the reintroduction of these characters, they decided, okay, we're gonna make it canon. So all the things that happened in the Netflix show are now canon to the MCU, and that means like we can fully get these characters and storylines back, because that's what people care about. They don't necessarily, I mean, people care about the character of Daredevil in general, but people have really grown to care about this version of Daredevil, right? They like this version of Daredevil, this version of Karen Page, this version of Kingpin. Like that's what we've grown attached to. And so having them back in the MCU is really exciting, and I really look forward to where they take us with the story. This is basically like season 4 of Daredevil. Now, Disney Plus, they dropped the first 2 episodes, so I'm gonna check both of those out. I think I'm gonna put them both in one singular video. Or if I don't, if I put them in 2 separate videos, I apologize for a shorter post-episode discussion on episode 1, because I want to get right into episode 2. That being said, before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me watch the rest of Daredevil Born Again, because obviously I will be. And then if you want to see the full uncut versions of these reactions, consider checking out my Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. Since this is the first episode of a new show or a new season, that uncut is going to be completely free in public for anyone to check out. And if you find that that's something you're interested in moving forward, then your support would mean the world. But other than that, let's jump into episode 1 of Daredevil Born Again. I'm so excited. I'm like a little nervous, honestly. Ooh, that transition though. Nelson, Murdoch, and Page. Avocados at law. God, that's so great having them back.
So many retiring, leaving, and it's 30% of the force in the last 2 years.
Are those numbers legit?
My numbers are always legit.
Well, you wouldn't argue with her. Still, the city finds other ways to protect itself.
Yeah. You, mainly.
Well, we could just get out of here.
You and me? Yeah. Sounds nice.
Yeah, go hook up.
I think that's a distinct violation of the Friends Code.
The Friends Code. I keep forgetting the Friends Code.
Mm-hmm.
No one's above the law.
Nope. Certainly not you, Miss Page.
I love them so much.
Ambition. I like that.
Then why are you in a storefront?
Jesus.
For funsies.
Storefront because it's real. And I happen to like most of the people I represent.
Most. Keyword most.
Josie.
Keep your cash. Tonight your crime. You don't pay.
Wow. The perks of retirement.
To Cherry, may you be in heaven a full half hour for the devil knows you're dead.
You know Josie keeps a bottle of 20-year-old O'Melveny's behind the bar?
Really?
Really?
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
Foggy's gonna smash tonight.
Foggy?
Yes.
No.
He does not have the game for Kirsten Duffy.
How dare you? Don't underestimate our Foggy.
I'm not underestimating her.
What do you think about some new glasses? Oh, I think they're a little... Oh, I just think they're a little dated.
No. Nothing is dated.
No. Just stay there. I'm literally around the corner. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
You're not listening, man. There's someone downstairs.
Okay. Oh god, no, it's Bullseye. Of course he has to fix the light.
What? Why didn't you tell me about the threats?
I just thought it was Benny being Benny.
Yeah, Matt, you're up.
Just stay here. Keep calling him.
Look, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't want to give you an excuse.
Well, he sure as hell got one now. That visual was a little iffy, but we're gonna ignore it.
Are you okay? Foggy, he wanted to know where you were. I'm sorry. What? Who?
No bueno. Go back.
He said someone's looking.
Yo. We're killing Foggy episode 1?
Hello, Karen.
I don't even... I'm like overwhelmed. Don't make me cry. Oh my god. Wow. The way they're shooting this.
We're gonna be here any minute, okay? You just have to stay awake.
Why does he keep throwing things at random people? Leave them alone.
Go back, you gotta talk to cops. There's something going on downstairs.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're going downstairs. How many knives does he have? We gotta punch the rando? Come on now. Throwing fucking soup cans at him, and he's got like 3 knives in him, at least 4. He's got like 7 knives in him. God damn.
They're gonna be right here. They're gonna be here any minute, okay? You just have to...
God, the fact that he can like hear all of it. He's probably listening to Foggy's heartbeat. It's like, God damn it. You don't get to die. Where the hell is the ambulance? Is there any doctors? I mean, he took a shot to the chest. He's not realistically making it.
No, come on. Come on.
Why?
Damn. Matt killed him. Oh, she was scared that it was Matt.
Matt.
Yeah, it's Matt. He better not be alive. He probably will be, though. He's gonna open his eyes. How? Well, we were wondering from the trailer, what made him give up the mask. This makes sense. Everything's it's like made out of stone now. I can't believe they killed Foggy, episode 1. Like, first 10 minutes. He's been rebuilt. They have the technology. He's been born again. Maybe that's what the whole series is about. Is him finding himself again as Daredevil. 1 year later. Damn.
The recall election is heating up with a field of no less than 15 candidates.
Where's his old apartment? This is bullshit. They're having his funeral or memorial a whole year later? That tiny ass meal probably cost $700. Even he's avoiding his old repertoire. Once he turns full villain again, he'll wear white.
10% of your organization operating profit is due by midnight tonight. I would prefer wire, but if you must pay cash...
Howdy ho.
Vanessa.
This is very tense, very quick.
How long are you back for?
As long as you'll have me. I was broken. Shattered.
Yeah, you got shot in the face.
Two things shone bright and clear inside me. Beacons of who I was and who we could be. The first was my undying love for you.
And the second?
Vengeance.
What we could do for this city. And I would have to step away, and anything I was involved with could never be perceived as illegal.
I made this business bulletproof.
Yes. Good. There can be no gray area. I've been informed that I have the 25,000 signatures. It's time.
Starting his campaign.
Hi, excuse me. Hi, I'm Phoebe Urich. Can I ask you some questions about the state of crime here in New
Are you
York?
Ben Urich's daughter?
Have you heard from her?
I have not, no.
Well, when the time
I
is
know
right.
what you're trying to do. And I appreciate it. Thank you.
Has Karen been MIA?
As you know, I've stood in this court many times. Defended the innocent to the best of my ability. But as I sit here on the other side of the court, it occurs to me that justice will not be served today. It won't be served because whatever sentence is passed, Foggy Nelson, only his mother called him Franklin, will still be dead. It won't be served because... It won't be served because I don't get to see him again. We don't get to see Foggy again today, or tomorrow, or ever. In the absence of justice, the court can't punish this man. And I urge you to do so, to the fullest extent the law allows. Because that punishment, that is the closest any of us will ever get to justice.
Are him and Karen not talking? Like, is she mad that he didn't finish the job? Or is she mad that he threw him off the roof?
You showed no mercy that night in Hell's Kitchen and have shown no remorse since. So this court feels compelled to respond in kind. Benjamin Leonard Poindexter, you have been convicted of 11 counts of murder in the first degree.
11?
In accordance with the laws of New York State, you are hereby sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for each count to be served consecutively.
Oh, Matt just shaking.
San Francisco's nice. It's
Move to San
different from New
Fran?
York, not too different.
Screw that.
What do I need to do to have a conversation with you? I've tried calling, I've left messages.
No, I know, you're right.
So what do you want?
I just was busy.
Oh, don't give me busy.
Come on, Karen.
My friend died too, Matt. And then I lost you. You didn't talk to me for weeks. I was halfway in and then halfway out.
It takes a minute.
Okay. Okay. No, I don't want to do this. But I'm really glad.
Well, this explains why he
doing
was
so well.
willing to hook up with She-Hulk.
Great, thanks. I refuse to believe that a tragedy had to destroy everything.
But it did.
Didn't have to, though.
What are you going to do about Daredevil?
I made a promise to myself. I'd let the system handle it. All of it. I'm not him anymore. And I won't let myself be.
And you think that that will help?
I don't know. Doesn't make it worse.
But it doesn't make it better. I wish I could be this good at cooking, to be able to chop things that fast. It's never gonna happen.
Good evening, New York. My name is Wilson Fisk.
It's wild that anyone would vote for him.
Tonight, I'm declaring my candidacy for mayor of New York.
And he knows he's gonna win.
My message is very clear.
If your polls are as good as you say, then neither Mr. Fisk nor his candidacy needs refining.
Okay, so he's the dollar store version of the guy Karen killed in season 1.
I mean, Fisk can fix it is trending hard. We
Okay.
should not change a thing. I just want to say that I am so stoked to put you over the top.
Not even looking at this kid.
Why would you vote for me?
Straight up, because you get shit done. You made things happen for yourself, now you make things happen for New York. I mean, Mayor Fisk. That's the coolest fucking thing on the planet.
Is it though? I disagree.
Hey, remember, you've got that client meeting this afternoon? I do it myself, but I got this deposition.
Yeah, right. Remind me?
Heather Glenn?
Matt Murdock?
Dr. Glenn. Hi. Nice to meet you. Kirsten's sorry she couldn't make it, but you're in good hands with me. So look, why not jump right in and ask what are you looking for in legal representation?
Excuse me?
What are you hoping Murdoch and McDuffie can do for you?
I'm a little confused. I was just about to ask you what you're looking to get out of therapy.
What?
Kirsten said that you were...
Oh. Wow.
I can't believe she did
She
that.
parent trapped you.
It is kind of funny.
I am gonna kill Kirsten.
Oh, please do. For both of us.
Yeah, you guys are gonna hook up.
So you're from Queens, huh?
How did you know?
Accent's still there.
Like hell it is.
It's there. You've worked to shorten the A's and the O's, but you can still hear the effort.
He's got superpowers, so
So where are you from?
he can tell you're hot. Okay. Little therapy from Matt. He's definitely gonna hook up with her. 'Cause Matt is a slut.
Would you vote for Wilson Fisk?
He's an animal. That sort of person brings out the worst in other people as well.
Politicians,
But yes, she
criminals,
would vote for him.
all the same breed, man.
Supposedly crushed a guy's head.
Good rumor. Crushed his head. I mean, I'd actually like to see that.
You propose registering the vigilantes. That's like making a grocery list of cancers. I propose treatment.
He wants to get rid of vigilantes.
Step back. Thank you very much. It's okay, Buck. Well, it's been some time, hasn't it?
Yes.
Wow.
I was wondering if we could have a little chat.
Face to face.
Well, I'll admit it's not entirely unpleasant to see you again. It's been a long time.
It has been.
You have children?
No. You?
Oh, no. I tried to mentor someone, but...
She shot him in the
Well,
face.
that's the closest I've come.
Didn't she shoot you in the face?
Yeah.
Yeah. Younger generation, what can we do?
You're a real man of the people now.
A rich man, by his very nature, is self-serving. A mayor serves his city.
Huh.
Do you actually want to serve the city, though?
So, answer me this. Why is it I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system?
I don't know.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
A vigilante is a loaded word.
Parlance of our time.
His friend died.
My best friend
He crossed a line.
The line was crossed.
Yeah, from the trailer. That's why I remembered that.
I felt like I lost the privilege. And despite the good that I was doing, I was causing damage.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power that has over us.
I was raised to believe in grace.
Forgiveness.
That we can be touched by the divine and transformed into a better person. So if you say to me that you're a new man, I say fine.
But if you step one toe out of line...
I was also raised to believe in retribution. So if you step out of line...
Oh, God. I'm so good. Wrote this show.
Be there.
You liked how it felt, didn't you? Giving no quarter, dispensing justice.
That's why he won't let himself do it again.
Mental health is knowing exactly when and how to act out. Trusting.
Can't help but hear the sirens.
Wilson Fisk has been elected
and the election results.
He won. Fisk won.
How do you know?
The TV in the bar.
He's got good hearing. This is not good. Everyone's got the hats on. It's basically MAGA. Let's see if he can hold to his better natures.
I know about Adam, Vanessa.
Who's Adam? Is that her boyfriend?
Do not kill him.
Not that man anymore.
You're just gonna cripple him. You won't kill him. Just break every single bone in his body. Damn.
No, this is not good.
What?
I can't stand it when Kirsten's right.
I want you to know. Tonight.
He's not even paying attention to her. He's just listening.
Every night. I love New York.
They're painting Fisk. The king. The king of New York. Come on, Matt. Ah! The two sides of him. Who will you be? Unleash the devil. Ah! What a good episode 1. Okay, that first episode was incredible. That was so good. Like, I'm fully back in it, dude. I didn't think they would kill Foggy Well, I didn't think they'd kill him at all, but like first 10 minutes of the first episode, like that's wild. I think when everyone saw the trailer, everyone was wondering like, okay, like what is gonna happen, right? We saw the trailer, and he was like, you know, you gave up the mask because a line was crossed. And everyone's like, what line was crossed? What did he do? You know, people saw the first 3 seasons of Daredevil, and they're like, if he didn't cross the line then, like what could he have, like what situation could have caused him to cross the line? And this makes sense. Having his best friend in the world, like someone who he had essentially just spent the first 3 seasons of the season reconciling with, and finally was at a point of like, we can move forward with me being a lawyer, with me being Daredevil, like this is healthy, I'm in a good spot. Foggy's doing good, Karen's doing good, and then Foggy is murdered by the guy they literally just spent the last however many months fighting in Bullseye. Bullseye. If this is the extent that Bullseye is in the show, man, I'm so glad they got him back. The guy that plays him, what was his name? Like Wilson Bethel or something. I forgot. I don't remember his name, but he's so good. And like his little when they zoomed in on his face, the little crazy eye when he's like, oh, that was so good. And like, oh, just that whole fight sequence was like, it was really good because it was kind of a version of like a hallway fight from, you know, the first couple seasons, where it's kind of like a long one shot, but there are these obvious like hidden moments of, you know, when they shut the doors, when, you know, they're moving all the way up through the building. It's like, okay, like it was still so cool, but it was just like, it was hard to focus because I was just like, I was pretty overwhelmed in that moment. I was like, damn, they're really killing Foggy. Like, I didn't even know what to say. I was just like flabbergasted, honestly. And like, so Matt's fighting him, and he's just listening to Foggy die as he fights him, and it's just heartbreaking. And then Foggy does pass away, and Matt's just like, F it, throws him off the building. Doesn't even care at that point. And even though he didn't die, like that line was still crossed. If it wasn't, you know, whatever got done to him in that surgery, I think he would have died. I'm surprised he lived. That was like a 5-story building. That's crazy. But yeah, he crossed that line, and then he was distant from Karen for weeks after. So Karen left, she went to San Francisco, and they haven't talked since. And it's just, it's not great. That scene when they're sentencing him, and they like lay out the sentencing, and Matt is just like shaking with anger and excitement. Like he's so like it's vindication that this man is going to be in prison forever. That was so good. But and then the scene where he's arguing with Karen after, like you can tell there's still so much anger in him. Like he can't, like he's trying to contain it, and he won't let himself access that. He really does need a therapist. You know, but like him not being Daredevil, like he doesn't have an outlet for that anger anymore. He's just holding it all in, and then you see it come out in these brief little moments, and it's just, it's not healthy. It's not healthy for him at all. But then the second half of the episode, Wilson Fisk coming back. Obviously, you know, we saw him. He went to prison at the end of Daredevil season 3. We saw him in Hawkeye as he was like recovering. He gets shot in the face by Echo, and then we see him in Echo. And now we see him in this, and he's maybe, I don't know if I trust him, if he's literally like, if he's actually trying to turn over a new leaf. Hopefully he is, but I don't think he actually will hold to that. Like, even if he is now, something will happen that he will turn back into the man that he was. And that's where we leave episode 1, with just this dichotomy of like everything Matt fought for has been undone. His best friend is dead. His girlfriend is gone, and you know, he's trying to rebound with this new girl because it might help him, and he's a slut, so of course he's gonna but like, it's Matt's life is just in shambles, like emotionally and realistically. Like, he's doing well as a lawyer, but like on a personal level he's not doing well at all. And they're just kind of on this precipice, and the lighting choice at the end was so on point because it's just flashing. Every once in a while you get this red on one half of his face, of Matt, like signifying that Matt's just desperately trying not to be that man anymore, but it's coming up, it's boiling up inside him. And I'm super pumped to check out episode 2. So we are going to jump right into that. Here we go.
But New Yorkers are tough. We know how to take care of ourselves. We don't need a gun-toting vigilante who wears a skull on his chest, or a man who dresses in a spider outfit, or a guy who uses devil horns to save us. No.
This the man? I just can't.
I made you one.
What are you gonna do? Move to Boston? You hate the Celtics.
So unserious. You're gonna move to Boston? You hate the Celtics.
Me tengo que ir.
I wasn't dodging you, man. I've just been, busy. Yo, I think you've been dodging. No, man. Just do my own thing.
Hey, buddy. This doesn't concern you. Hey, you're beating on a guy who can't defend himself. It concerns me. I said, stay out of it.
Go. He can defend himself. Just don't throw them onto the tracks on accident. Oh! Just like that.
NYPD, do not move.
He was a cop? Damn, well, your partner just died, so. A fractured New York will rebuild the Daredevil.
How old do you think this desk is?
Excuse me?
How long do you think this desk has been here? It's old.
40 years? He's been punching stuff.
These first few days are critical. Optics are gonna matter.
Stinking optics.
And I'm sorry if this is heading into personal territory. Your wife?
What about her?
What about Vanessa?
Vanessa's resistance to being part of the narrative is hurting you with more traditional voters.
I see.
How do you know that, though? Like, maybe traditional voters just don't like him. How do you know it's because of Vanessa?
Do you have any idea of how long this will take? I can't miss another.
Here's what's gonna happen, cop killer. You are gonna sign a confession.
Hector Ayala?
Indeed.
I'm a lawyer. My name is Matthew.
You're the public defender?
No, I'm a defense attorney. I have my own practice.
I didn't call you. How did you get in here?
You know, they're saying you killed a cop.
All I was trying to do was break up a beating, okay?
So what happened to the
One of
officer
them tripped, trying to take me out. Look, I didn't push him, I swear. I wasn't trying to kill anybody. That's not me. I sure didn't know there was a train coming. I mean, 1 second he's there.
He's telling the truth.
Is there anything you're not telling me?
Is he the white tiger?
Nothing.
For now, that's all we need to do.
I can't afford you.
Don't worry about that. I'd still like to represent you.
for free.
You're in good hands, Hector.
Wait, hold up. You're blind.
Yeah. That's gonna help you, I promise.
What's going on here?
It's that big hole. We'll be around it in like a minute.
Why is there a giant hole there?
Hey, sorry, sir. It's the red tape. We're waiting on the permit approval.
Consider it approved.
You got it. Fella! Hold! Let's go! Now! Move!
This is gonna do well for him.
Yes.
He gets
Filling a
stuff
hole.
done, cutting
It's
through
not
the red
rocket
tape.
science. Remember I told you that I'd get things done. Well, here I am getting them done.
At least on the surface, it's gonna do well for him, but there's definitely gonna be complications.
The other cop said there was no victim. He said that it was an unprovoked attack.
Well, our client says there was.
He said. Matt, you take on this case, it's gonna look like you're siding against the whole NYPD.
Good, they're corrupt.
Talk to Hector's wife, and I need you to find the witness that Hector saved on the platform. I believe him, Cherry.
Cherry's an ex-cop, so...
So you want me to find a guy on the platform?
Yes.
How much you want me to push?
As much as you have to. And do some digging on Hector for me. There's something about his story that doesn't track.
Wait, he's innocent or his story doesn't track?
Both.
Both.
He's probably the white tiger. That's what he's not telling him. That's why he's able to kick the shit out of those guys.
Oh, shit.
What?
It's the hawk.
Hawkbird?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That's the guy that he mentioned, Fisk mentioned before.
Given the serious nature of the charges, people ask that the defendant be remanded without bail.
Your Honor, the defense would
People's
ask...
motion is granted.
Your Honor, if I could...
I said bail is denied.
Mr. Ayala is a decorated Army veteran. He has no record. He served as a CPA for 15 years. He's a pillar of his community.
He's also accused of killing a New York City police officer. Next case, please. Thank you, Your Honor.
In good hands, huh?
It's gonna be okay.
Not much he could have done there. They're going to try and push this through as quick as possible.
I must say, your coverage of my campaign was spot on. And not for nothing, you're one of the first people to take me seriously. BB. Is that short for something? Beatrice, Betty?
Just BB. I was named for my uncle.
Ben Urich.
Who he killed with his bare hands.
Yeah.
I knew him. He was a good journalist.
One of my sources at the NYPD tells me that Gallo is now poised to resign. Gallo is a celebrated police commissioner, maybe the most beloved the city has ever seen. And that puts you in a big fat bind. The force is already woefully understaffed, and you've got vigilantes picking up the slack. If you lose the cops, you lose the city.
Okay, so he is going to back...
Thank you, Miss Urich.
...the cops in Matt's case.
I've been thinking a lot about projected personas. How we present a curated version of ourselves, like through filters on social media. Or masks.
Interesting.
That kid's a terrorist.
Still in the early
Calling
stages. But I'll make sure to give you a galley copy.
Thank you. And thanks for coming today.
The guy in the crowd just looks unhinged.
I love your work.
Is that the kid from Wednesday?
Dr. Glenn, I need help.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Thank you. Truly.
Okay, so he's obsessed.
Could you?
Of course.
Are they keeping an eye on Matt?
Are you even capable of feeling guilt or remorse?
He's not, no.
Guilt. I didn't kill Officer Shanahan.
Maybe not him.
You're
but
responsible
part of
for many cops' deaths.
us. So you gave up your criminal empire for what? So you could have
Less money and less power. Do you know who Samuel Vance was? No, of course
JD's
you don't.
brother?
Mayor Vance was the mayor of New York in 1874. He served for 1 month. It is my personal mission to make sure that your term is shorter than his. I see right through you, Fisk. A monster trying to rewrite his legacy. But guess what?
It's not gonna
It's too
work.
late. Once a thug, always a thug. See you around, Kingpin.
Damn. Well, maybe he can circumvent that guy by publicly going against Matt in this murder case.
Hector, he's not the man I married.
What happens after the Mai Tais?
Oh, the possibilities are endless. Mm-hmm. Maybe, later I can give you a taste.
I'll take the check, please.
Matt is a hoe, so he will absolutely take her up on that offer.
Jerry, talk to me.
Guess what I found?
White Tiger. Really?
You were investigating me.
We talked for hours and you neglect to tell me that you moonlight as a vigilante.
I wasn't in a suit or wearing my amulet.
You hide your identity and go out and solve things the way you see fit. We're trying to position this as a one-off event. I find out you're going out at night looking for trouble.
I'm not looking for trouble. Someone's got to protect the streets.
You're not doing it.
It's not like Daredevil's around anymore.
I'm resigning my post, effective tonight at midnight. And due to unforeseen scheduling conflicts, I will not be able to stay on to help with the transition.
You're originally from Philadelphia.
That's right.
He's gonna replace you with a born and bred New Yorker.
Cheesesteaks are great in Philly. I think that the best is one I found. It's actually right outside of the city. D'Angelo's in King of Prussia. Casinos coyotes drive down there and pick me one up for lunch. It was delicious.
He's threatening your family.
As far as a pay raise for your police force, 0. And when it comes to overtime minimums,
0.
None. So what do you say, Commissioner? Do we have a deal?
You get nothing. You lose.
He thought he could keep that child a secret. Sandwich was disgusting.
It suggests a pattern of behavior that drove Hector Ayala to kill Officer Shanahan on that subway platform.
The jury will be deliberating about the tragic events of a single evening. The proceedings must rest not on my client's clothing, but what happened on the platform that night.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my. I'm granting the motion in limine. The people are directed not to discuss or introduce any evidence of Hector Ayala's life as White Tiger or any acts of vigilantism.
This is some bullshit, Jerry.
Let's say you're right. Let's say you're right and I'm right. Hypothetically.
It's not hypothetical, Cherry. Is it? Is it?
You know
He
I know he
knows.
was telling the truth. And we both know it doesn't matter if you can't prove it. For what it's worth, I like the Matt Murdock I've seen this year. The guy that went out and found his own way, got out of the kitchen, wears a normal suit. He's doing some good.
We still need the other guy. Can you maybe go to that platform, see if you can smell that dude's cologne or something and track it? You got a super nose, don't you? Matt doesn't know if he's worthy to be Daredevil again. He never loses anybody.
Hey.
Hey, I won't be able to make a reservation tonight. I'm meeting a new client. Rain check?
We appreciate your discretion.
Oh, is Fisk the new client? Yo. She's gonna be dating Matt and seeing Fisk at the same time.
Dr. Glenn, allow me to introduce Mayor and Mrs. Fisk.
Oh, couples counseling.
What? Found him. Alright, I'll meet you there. You doing this now? Yeah. He's at 950 West 185th Street, apartment 30.
Call Cherry.
Who is it? My name is Matthew Murdoch. I'm a lawyer. I represent Hector Ayala, the man who saved you on the subway platform. Look, I know you know who I am, and I know you're scared. But I'm here to help. You can trust me. Thank you. Thank you. Shut the door. What's your name?
Nikki Torres.
Nikki.
Why are they after you?
To be blunt, you're the only person standing between him and consecutive life sentences.
I can't, man. If I go against the cops, it's gonna be really bad for
It is already bad for you. They have located you. They're coming to kill you. You need to come with me now. Shit, they're already here.
NYPD, open up! NYPD, open up!
The devil's gonna answer the door. Hello.
You're the lawyer.
If you're looking for the man Hector Ayala saved on the subway platform, sadly, he's no longer here.
Move!
Interesting tattoo.
Where'd he go? Listen, man, I'm visually impaired.
Wake up the devil. Yeah, I mean, beating the shit out of a lawyer doesn't seem smart.
Go ahead.
He's a lawyer.
Don't do it. No, don't do this. Don't do this. You don't want to do this.
You don't want to wake him up. Oh. Oh. You just killed that guy? Is that a broken neck? Let it out, Matt. Let it out. Ugh. Okay. Holy cow. What a first couple episodes. I am in. I'm fully in, boy. Like, I'm ready. From the whole first episode of Matt, well, all of episode 1 and then most of episode 2, of Matt, like, desperately trying not to be that guy. He's ignoring all the people in trouble, even though he's hearing all these things. He's just walking past it. He's getting other people to do the investigations. He's getting other people to do these things. He's trying so hard not to be the devil of Hell's Kitchen. And he picks up this case, defending the White Tiger. I believe the actor who plays him has sadly passed away, which is unfortunate. But he knows he's innocent. He knows he's innocent. The guy was just protecting someone. And he's not even doing it because he's a vigilante. He just wants to help this guy. He believes he's innocent. And it's just... it's just not looking great because the people, the cops that are trying to get rid of him are obviously corrupt. And they might be working for some other subdivision of the police, or like a secret gang or something. They had a tattoo of a skull. It kind of looked like the Punisher tattoo a little bit, but not like there was either like a deviation to it or like something. I don't know. Maybe that's how the Punisher Frank comes in to the picture this season. I don't know. But they're obviously corrupt, and they're willing to kill people. They're willing to definitely beat inmates, beat people they're just questioning. And like they probably would have killed that guy in the subway station. They definitely came there to kill him at the end of the episode. And it's just like, it's not a great situation at all. And Matt's taking on this case, and it's him essentially versus the entire NYPD as a lawyer, but now he's also taking them on as Daredevil. And I am curious what's going to happen. Like, what are the ramifications of the end of the episode? Because like I said, he's been holding himself back. He's been holding that rage in for a year, and like he lets himself get the shit kicked out of him early on in that interaction, and then when they decide they're gonna kill him and they have the gun to his head, he's like, don't do this. Like he's not even begging, like he's not begging for his life. He's essentially saying, like, don't make me do this. Do not make me become this man again. Like, I don't want to be him. I made a promise to myself. And then, yeah, he just has to beat the living fuck out of them. He snaps that one dude's arm. I don't know if he killed that other guy. He slammed him down, like, face first. And so that dude potentially could be dead. I don't know. He went face first into the ground. Kind of looked and sounded like his neck snapped. Could be wrong. I don't know. If Matt goes down the path of potentially killing people, that's no bueno. We don't like that. Especially because that cop is the partner of the one that the White Tiger killed, right? And it's going to be pretty suspicious if both of those cops end up dead in essentially the same week. I mean, I guess they can't blame the White Tiger for it because he's currently locked up, but like it's gonna be mighty suspicious, and they might try and tie him to that death as well. If that guy's dead, we don't know. That guy might be alive, but yeah, Matt beats the living fuck out of them and just lets out this just scream because he's so mad. He's so mad that he broke the promise to himself, and that it probably felt pretty good to fight those guys. Probably felt real nice to kick the crap out of them. And he's letting some of that anger out that he's built up over a year. He's letting anger out because he's so mad that he just broke that promise. And it's just like, they end the episode on that scream, and it's just like, let's go, dude. Like, we're back, baby. We are here. Like, it's so good. It's so good. I love it. Like, this was an incredible start to the season, and I'm super pumped if it keeps up this quality. Matt is kind of caught in this, like, weird position, though, right? Like, he is, trying not to be the devil of Hell's Kitchen. He's got a new girlfriend, and that's great so far. They're having fun. They're fantasizing about being on a beach and hooking up. But it's an interesting predicament there, too, because she is now the couples therapist for Wilson Fisk. And I'm curious as to why. I don't think she's specifically like a couples therapist. Like, I feel like most of the time therapists like stay in their lane for like what they do professionally, and she just seems like a regular therapist. So I don't know why she would be taking on like couples therapy, projects. But maybe she's just like a lawyer for like, or not a lawyer, a therapist for high profile people in general. But yeah, that's going to be a really interesting dynamic of her kind of being caught in between those two people. And I don't know if Fisk already knows that her and Matt are together, or if and that's why he chose her, or if eventually he'll learn and then Matt will have to deal with that as well, like on top of everything he's already dealing with. I like the team that he's working with Cherry and the other lawyer. I think they're fun. I wish it was Foggy and Karen. Like I like Karen so much more. Like, she's great, and I want him to be in love with Karen and get married and have babies. I just want a happy life for them. And it sucks. Like, they were so close. I feel like they were just so close to finally being in a healthy place that they could maybe be together. And then everything went down, and now they don't talk to each other, and she's in San Francisco. Who knows how much she will appear in this season. I saw a news headline earlier today that both her and Foggy will appear in season 2. So theoretically, Foggy, like, he'll appear in flashbacks, presumably. Karen, I mean, ideally, she's alive in season 2, but maybe that means that, like, hey, they recognize she needs to be a much larger part of this show. She was part of the core draw to the show, and why people love the show so much is her character and her dynamic. So hopefully she's in more of it. But yeah, like, this is just an interesting, the dynamic of the show is like two men desperately, maybe not one, maybe only one man desperately trying, but like two men trying to, at least appearance wise, be better men. Like, I think Matt is really trying to be not a better man, but a different man. He won't let himself be that other version of that man. Well, Fisk, on the outside, is trying to be a better man. And I don't know if he actually truly means it or wants to be, because, like, when he's talking to that, police commissioner, he's blackmailing him. Like, he shows him a picture of a kid and a woman. I don't know if that's his family or if that's like a illegitimate child that he fathered, and he's just trying to keep that a secret. And Fisk is like, hey, you thought you could hide that? Nah. And I don't know if he's like threatening to reveal that information, or if he's like, hey, I'm gonna hurt these people if you don't go along with what I say. Probably both. Right? But who knows? So yeah, he's at least on the outside, the optics, he's trying to be a better person for everyone else. And he's trying to show that he is good for New York. He's trying to be the guy that cuts through the red tape and the bureaucracy, but like sometimes those things are needed, right? Sometimes you have to follow the process, because if you don't, things get screwed up. I mean, in a recent, we're watching it currently, but the example I'm going to cite isn't necessarily recent. We're currently watching Invincible on the channel as well. And what was it, last season? There was a moment where, there was an apartment building or no, it was an empty lot, I believe, right? Yeah, an empty lot next to an apartment building. And it was just empty because like a building was going to get torn down or something. I don't remember the exact situation, but Adam Eve was like, I can just fix this. Like, I don't need to go through all the bureaucracy and the red tape. I can just do it because I can create things out of thin air. And she like turns the whole area into like a park and all these things, but then because she didn't follow the red tape, because she doesn't know like the building specifications on how to do certain things and safety reasons, like people almost got hurt. And that's currently driving one of her main character arcs in the newest season, where she's going to architecture school. And it's like, in this, Fisk is just like, who cares about the red tape? Just fill the friggin' hole. Like, just do it. But they don't have the permit yet. So, like, depending on the situation, you know, I can see later on in the series something happening with that hole and people getting hurt as part of like a, hey, you know, right away it looked great, right away it looked awesome, and he cut through the tape and he got it done. But then, you know, a couple weeks later we're seeing it's bad. You know, it's Fisk's character is very it parallels a certain other elected official currently in office in the name of Donald J. Trump, where a lot of things he says and does on the surface and initially to a lot of people it probably looks great, probably looks awesome. They're like, finally someone's cutting through the bureaucracy. But then you realize, oh shit, that part that he cut was actually important. Like, we actually needed that. And then, you know, they quietly walk it back a week or two later, or a day later. You know, the tariffs that were literally just put on Canada and Mexico. There's already, you know, headlines being like, hey, he might walk those back a day later. It's like, because he's stupid. And, you know, similarly to Donald Trump, like Wilson Fisk, he's doing things that on the surface look great. But if you take more than a second to examine it, it's not actually that good for the city, not actually that good for the nation. And sometimes you need to follow that bureaucracy to make sure things get done right. And someone who might be holding him accountable, I don't know fully if her character is going to end up doing that, or if her character is just going to really act as like a barometer of how the city feels about these two characters. Is Bibi Urich, the niece of Benjamin Urich, who Fisk killed with his bare hands in season 1. Like, that's an crazy interesting dynamic as well, of like, she doesn't know, or maybe she's, you know, loosely aware or has an inkling, right? There's a definite connection there, and I feel like a lot of the tension in the show so far is built up of a lot of people interacting that if they knew all the info that we know, they'd be freaking out. There would be a lot of issues between them. But since they don't know that info, you know, it's just tension building. And it's very, very interesting, a very curious way to go about it. But I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I'm very curious what Fisk is going to do regarding this, like, police case, because, you know, when he's talking with Bibi Urich, she's telling him, like, you lose the cops, you lose the city, because if anyone is unaware, and the NYPD is like almost run everything, right? The NYPD, the amount of money that goes into the NYPD yearly is more than like what some countries across the world have. Like, it's insane, just how much funding goes into the NYPD. Like, it's larger than some nations' like military budgets, which is crazy. But yeah, she's telling him, you know, you lose the city, or you lose the cops, you lose the city. And that could apply to just his conversation with the police commissioner, right? The guy that was threatening to leave. Or it could be like, it could inform a character decision throughout the show of like, maybe he publicly decides to back the cops against the White Tiger. You know, if the mayor is like, hey, I support these people, like, that would be another avenue for him and Matt to kind of clash against each other, is like, you know, if they can't act against each other as Daredevil and the Kingpin, you know, maybe that's a proxy that they can act against each other, and it could potentially lead to Fisk being brought down again. Like, maybe Matt has to bring Fisk down via, like, the legal department. Like, he can't bring him down as Daredevil. He has to bring him down as a lawyer. And that would just be kind of an interesting juxtaposition. I think I would like that a lot. But who knows? I mean, I think there's, 9 episodes this season? So 7 episodes left, and they're coming weekly. Thank God. Oh my Jesus Christ. Like, I can't even express how happy it makes me that this is coming out weekly. Like, oh my Jeebus Christie. Like, Andor, please alter your your decision to come out weekly. Andor, it makes a little more sense to do the like 4 weeks because they're doing 4 3-episode arcs. But I still don't love it. But yeah, I'm so freaking glad they didn't drop all of this at once, because everyone would forget about it in 2 to 3 weeks, and then, you know, selfishly, my views then drop off a cliff. Especially since I usually take way too long to watch shows if they drop all at once. But if it airs weekly, it's much easier to keep up, honestly. And that's just me talking selfishly as someone who covers these things on YouTube. But, yeah. I don't know. Visually, the show looked great. 99.9% of everything I saw looked beautiful. The camera work was kind of crazy. Like, the camera work that they do when Matt is, like, listening to things, when he hears things. You know, episode 1, that shot, like, behind Matt's head to listen to Foggy on the phone, that was kind of cool. The literal only thing that looked bad was the first shot where Matt is Daredevil. Like, the very first shot when he flies up there onto the stairs, like the fire escape, that looked awful. Like, he like stops jerkily and then just lands, and it's like, okay, that was really bad. But then everything after that was great. It looked fantastic. So hopefully it continues to look great. Hopefully it is still just as brutal and violent as ever. That's part of the reason we love Daredevil, is because he does not pull his punches, because he doesn't have powers, so he doesn't have to pull his punches. He's not Spider-Man. You know, he can just beat the living fuck out of people. And it's awesome. But yeah, the first 2 episodes were fantastic, and I am very much looking forward to seeing where the show takes us from here. I think that's all I have to say, though. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Very curious to see how you guys feel. What did you like? What didn't you like? Leave all those thoughts down below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. Helps my videos get seen more in the algorithm. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. Again, since this is the first episode of a new show or a new season, I'm going to have both episode 1 and 2 completely free in public for anyone to check out. And if you find that that's something you're interested in going forward, then your support would mean the world. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.